Hey, Kevin, I got a quick question for you. When you were up really high, what's the furthest that you've been able to see, like as far as a city or mountain range or anything that you could recognize after you've been up there for a while?
100 miles?
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Maybe?
Wow.
I mean, it has to be something pretty distinguishable, like mountains.
Yeah.
So, like, you could probably see the Rockies from Kansas.
Wow.
But nearing the border.
The Rockies from Kansas, that seems like more than 100 miles.
Well, nearing the border from Kansas into or Nebraska. The very western edge of it, but while you're still in it, if it's a clear day, but if it's smoky or hazy, obviously we can't see much, but it's not that easy to see with the naked eye. Yeah, unless it's like a very distinguishing feature, you know? Or a coastline with lights at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Up to 100 miles.
Yeah, about that, I'd say.
And let's see, I was told that the flights, you might not know this because you don't program them, but the flight simulators are programmed for a flat surface that you're flying over. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but the visuals do look pretty flat. Yeah.
Have you noticed that it looks the same when you get up in the sky?
Yeah, they do that because it's actually kind of like pilots typically don't get motion sickness, but if there's ever going to be a time that we get motion sickness, it's in the simulator. Because of the visuals.
Yeah.
Because the visuals are still kind of a video game and computer-like, so they're not necessarily exactly, lining up with what you're feeling, sensory-wise. And so since the visuals are artificial and the simulator is mimicking real motion, it kind of messes us up. So you can't have the visuals. I mean, if they improve, that would be great, but they are what they are, even in the most advanced simulators, because we have some of the most advanced simulators and they're still kind of like...
Yeah. How have they taught you guys to account for the ground moving underneath you when the plane's coming in from different directions? Like
in the real plane?
Well, if the Earth is moving from side to side, but you happen to be landing on a strip going north.
But the wind is going like east to west?
Well, not the wind, the movement of the ground underneath you.
The ground isn't moving that much when you're traveling at the speed of, we landed about 143 knots, so that's quite fast. So, the movement of the Earth it's not negligible. It's basically standing still as compared to our motion at that moment.
That's your experience?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they tell us, that at least in the U.S., the ground's moving at about 700 miles an hour left to right. And I was thinking that's kind of odd if you're landing going north, or moving in the north direction.
That's not, the ground looks to us like it's standing still.
Yeah, not an issue, huh?
Yeah, no.
Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.